It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, if you look on the interactive board, you're going to see the BTA's website's homepage. They're making the announcement, the big meeting at the end of August in Boston. I can't wait to attend. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to discuss the BTA. There's two issues. The first issue has to deal with a rumor that I heard regarding the BTA. I'm still trying to substantiate more of that rumor, but I have a real indication in my mind that the rumor's true. So rather than get into the whole rumor, what I want to do is I want to share some thoughts on the difference between an event and an association. And then I want to share some thoughts regarding this nonsense where BTA still has 9 Stars logo on their website. Because quite honestly, I think that the BTA is stuck in indecisiveness. Over the last 5 years, I've got to know the BTA pretty close. I've got good friends that are on the board. I've got frenemies that are on the board. I've got good friends that are in the association. I got frenemies that are in the association. But at the end of the day, I truly care about the association. And I want to make sure that all the members of the BTA understand the value of an association. Because there's a big damn difference between an association and an event. So let's jump on the Sharp Interactive board. I want to share my thoughts with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see on the Sharp Interactive board a bus going down a road, the horizon's ahead. You know, let me just read what I wrote here. When complacency heads down the road to relevance, unimaginable things happen past the horizon. And in order to imagine those unimaginable things, in order to talk about those unimaginable things when you're all on this bus going down the road, you better have at least one asshole in the bus with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to have conflict. You got to have an asshole in the bus with you. And so today I want to tell all the BTA board members and all the BTA members that I will volunteer my time to serve as an at-large board member. I've asked some of the board members this over the years, but I want to ask you all this today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm passionate about the BTA as an association. And I believe that it is on the precipice of completely falling off a cliff. And I want to fight like hell to make sure that doesn't happen. And I will volunteer my time to serve as an at-large board member. And board of directors, here's the reality. You should vote on this. You should poll your members. Bring me into a meeting. If you don't believe I can bring you some value, just tell me. You got to go. But I assure you, I will fight like hell to help you maintain as an association and to do the wonderful things that the BTA has done for the last 100 years. Because I believe you are, in fact, right on the edge of something that I would believe to be horrific. I want to share some thoughts around events. Events are about 2 days. Events are about the promoter of the event. Associations are about business leaders coming together, working together for 365 days. Associations are about their members for 365 days a year, not 2 days at an event. Does the BTA have events? Well, sure they do. Can their events be better? Hell yes, I've been yelling about that for a long time. But what has to come first is them as an association. We need to fix the association. And when we fix the association, guess what? The events will get better. But we don't want to turn an association into an event. It's a slippery, slippery slope. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the reality. The BTA is not going to change based on the memories of 75-year-old men. The BTA is going to change and maintain its relevance based on the imaginations of 40-year-olds, of 30-year-olds, of 50-year-olds, of 60-year-olds that are assholes. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the BTA definitely needs a reinvention. I don't think anybody would argue that. But it needs to reinvent its association. It doesn't need to become an event. And I hope that message resonates with all of the members. I hope you think through this. Because sometimes things are presented and their appearance sounds, oh, that's wonderful. That's why we got to have an asshole in the bus that'll help ask the questions that maybe some other folks don't want to ask. Now I want to talk about this 9-star thing. Ladies and gentlemen at the board of the BTA, you know what a quorum is. Get on the phone, get a quorum, and take a vote. I am really disturbed that this 9-star logo is still on your website. The Department of Homeland Security banned 9-star on June 9th. This is absurdity. There is a big danger when motions are only brought forward with 1 or 2 board members controlling the narrative. You're not gonna wait for some kind of consensus and then go have a vote. Have the damn vote and make people stand where they stand on this issue. The BTA has been about veterans and helping veterans for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. This is about our country. Take a damn stand. Who is holding up this vote? I ask this question of the board. Please allow, well, I don't even, maybe he'd just come on his own. Bob Goldberg, come on the end of the day with Ray, get behind the screen here, and tell the damn industry why the board is not voting on this. Why are we not voting on this? It's August almost. So I put together the motion. Here's a motion, folks. Get together get your quorum. That the BTA disassociate from the sponsorship of 9-Star Corporation. This action is needed based on the Department of Homeland Security banning 9-Star and 8 subsidiaries from bringing products into the U.S. supply chain as part of the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act. This DHS ban is based on a rebutable presumption. The BTA board should not, through inaction, be supporting any DHS banned PRC entity. Period. All those in favor say aye. Motion passes. Call your web designer, get the damn logo off the website. Boom, it's over with. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to question the Department of Homeland Security. We need to take a stand. If we can't even do this as an association, what are we going to do when the real struggles happen? What are we going to do when there's more entities added to the list? And I think a lot of you know which entities I believe are going to get added to that list. What are we going to do when dealers start losing contracts based on banned entities? We've got to get out in front of this. We can't allow this to continue to plague us because of inaction. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a video where Bob Goldberg, the BTA lawyer, made an announcement at a meeting that his son was taken over. I watched it a couple of times. What I didn't see in there was him say that the board of directors of the BTA, through rigorous searching, appointed Bob's son as the new BTA lawyer. So I have to ask the question, did the board even vote on this? This looks like a coronation. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's tough to hear because everybody likes Bob Goldberg. He's been in our industry for a long time. He's a well-respected individual. I get all that. But that doesn't mean we just appoint our son to take over as legal counsel. I don't think the BTA is Goldberg and Sons. It's called the BTA. Am I wrong about this? Ladies and gentlemen, did the board go to outside counsel and pay this outside counsel to help them craft what the new legal advisor should understand in our ever-changing world? We got supply chain issues. How do those relate to contractual agreements with both OEMs and customers? Government sanctions, impacts from OEMs and customers and contracts and leases. Should the rules change regarding representation? Have we asked that question? Have we thought about this? I don't believe the next lawyer should be allowed to represent any OEMs. I think the BTA lawyer should only be allowed to represent the BTA members, the dealer members. That's just the reality. I think there could be conflicts. If the BTA lawyer is representing an OEM and they're representing the members, there will be conflicts. Ladies and gentlemen, the point of today's episode is twofold. The first is, I really want the BTA to maintain its relevance and maintain as an association dedicated to supporting the industry's dealers. I do not want the BTA to become an event for the egotistical maniacs that could be the promoter. Some things to think about, my friends. The offer stands. I would love to be an at-large member. And I assure you, I am an asshole. But everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.